2047-48 season number 24, and we have had our closest brush, not with death, but with the Test World Championship. 12 matches, 7 wins, 2 losses, 3 no results, a 66.65 percentage, and we miss out by about 2 percentage points and 3 from Pakistan. So incredible effort. Pakistan chasing history, looking to be the first team to win it 3 times in a row. That's quite amazing. But what's amazing is our world ranking, because 102 points, 4th place is the best we've ever been. 4th place, well, is pretty good for us because we've been there before. But finishing the season with 102 rating is brand new for us. Rayford Campbell, number 1 rated batter in the world. With the ball, this is a little bit concerning because 35, 36-year-old Raheem and Gary Anderson. Gary Anderson's dropping way off. Way off. His time might be up. 35 last year, 30 the year before that. I think his time is up. 650 wickets though, that is quite the way to go. And this episode is a massive one. We're playing against South Africa, who you might look and go, well, they're only 7th. Confirmation of how cool we are in terms of points for the first time ever. But South Africa give us problems, but not as many problems as 7 series without a loss, and that's been against Australia, India, New Zealand, Sri Lanka, Pakistan. It's pretty good. But the question was about South Africa, and the fact is we've never beaten them. Lost 2-0 the last 2 times we've played against them. We've only beat them in 2 test matches, 2 and 14. This is going to be hard. It is away, and we've only ever won 1 test match away from home, being in season 11, 12 years ago. Follow that up after South Africa. We are playing against India as well. And then we go and play New Zealand. So number 2 and number 3 in the world, and plus a team that we've never beat. This is a doozy. It's a biggie. India's won the Test World Championship because Pakistan win the Asia Trophy. England thrash Australia 4-1 in the Ashes. Just like India beat Pakistan by 10 wickets. Are we seeing the rise and rise again of India back to number 1 dominance? But it does set in motion the next Test World Championship. Can't believe it's 12th of December and we've not played a game yet because of all these international tournaments going on. Just for the record as well, our ODI ranking is now 4th. T20 stuff we don't really want to talk about. Also, India back to number 1 in the world in Test cricket. Kind of a pivotal state for us, this. 3 massive series with our batting lineup at its peak. So many times I sit here and I think, Rayford Campbell, 8 scores of 150. But one thing is our batting average is generally on an upturn after we hit rock bottom and we've bounced back pretty well here. And that's what we need Mo Abir to do because the king of 42 average is on the way down. Ashmead Ned is 46 and still not retired and not playing anywhere. That's quite strange. So we make some changes. Jack's going to continue to hold the line somehow, but look at the top 4 averages. That's incredible for us. We have got good players who could come in. We've got another opener here, Paul, who's averaging 50 in first-class cricket. Dest is there. But with the ball, Gary Anderson drops to the bench. It's time's time, cock. And 25 career average, 35 last year, 30 the year before. He's on the downward trail of an incredible age 37 season. And it does mean that Prasad is going to be the guy to come into the lineup. Always a difficult time when we're transitioning bowlers, but it's got to be done. 57 wickets at 27 in 1 day, 79 at 20 in T20s. Time is now. South Africa, Shaw averages 69. That is an insane amount, and their bowlers always cause us problems. Ellsworthy did last time, he ran straight through us. What a performance. It's a road, and we've bowled them out for 2, 4, 8. That's a hell of an effort. Really happy with that. 3 for Ali, 2 for Prasad, 3 for Brandon Ali. Good stuff. Pitch looks great. Hell of a position to be in. 4-2-4, a 176 lead, and it's Newman Jack, age 32, maiden test match centre. I've been happy with what he's done. There's only 1 duck. 0 ducks. I feel like he doesn't get out low. He offers something every single time, and we're supported by Bailey, supported by Campbell. Ali with 67 not out. 176 run lead. It might be a drawn game because the pitch hasn't broken down, but good performance so far. That's one of the greatest wins we've had. Hughes on a flat deck produced 7 for 68. An incredible performance against a good team, and we win by 10 wickets. 1-0 up, 2 to play. Another solid performance with the ball. 255. Hughes with 4 standing up huge. Seepersad with 3. Pitch isn't great to bat on. It's going to be tough. Not easy. We take a 30-run lead. We were actually cruising here at one stage. 93 from Mohammed, 53 from Campbell. But then Ellsworthy, he's done it to us before. He runs through the back end of the innings pretty quick. It's a 30-run lead on an uneven pitch on day 2. It might not look it, but that's actually an amazing effort. Because Hughes has gone down injured. They get 3-2-7. So these guys had to bowl between 3 bowlers like 120 overs. Just incredible performance. They're probably going to win this game based on that injury. But I'm really happy with what we did there. 298 to win. It favours South Africa, of course. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Rayford Campbell, what a player. 154 not out to knock off 298. He's practically just done it by himself at the end of the day. No one else has added heaps of value to this game like he has. Dunbar with a 51 was brilliant, but 154 is 9th, 150 score 50. We've won the series in South Africa because of it, and we've done it with 3 bowlers. Can we do the improv? Oh! Wow, this series is massive. Wow, this next game is massive. We have leapt to 112 points. 2 points behind India. Oh my days. Hughes is out though. That is absolutely massive. So we are going to bring back the old... Do we bring back the old guard? Do we go with Francis? Going with Francis. It's a really inexperienced team, but we're doing it. Oh my days. What a performance. What a series. We're bowling again. Bloody hell, we've been battered. 538. The bowling wasn't good. Francis didn't look like taking a wicket. Seepersad, 25 years old. Like, give the kid a break, but 7 wickets at 61 isn't the best first series. Might be like the revenge of Pakistan, where we beat them in the test and they thrashed us. I would say so. Bowled out for 100. 735 to win. This is an abomination. Our bowling attack, might just show you, is a little bit more fragile than maybe I wanted to give it credit for, but that's a horror show on what should have been a celebration day. We're 2 points behind India, which is a hell of a place to be. Campbell's number 1 in the world still, but I feel our bowling attack without Hughes... Oh, Tyrone Alley, number 1 all-rounder in the world. If he's there at the end of the season, we've ticked off that achievement. If we're number 1 in the Tester world rankings at the end of the season, we've ticked off that achievement. Oh, there's so much going on. Unfortunately for us, we've now got to go and play against India. Oh my days, if we beat India... Just thinking out loud, world ratings. Also, Test World Championship. This is a tough gig we've got going on. Got injuries as well for India. Speed ball's out for 3 weeks. It all comes down to what are the wickets going to be like for this series, because this is hands down the biggest series we've had. We've catapulted up here. I actually don't know what to do with the team on this. I feel we need the extra batter to be able to stick with them, but with Bailey out, we have actually only got openers, and our team is already littered full of openers. Who I'm sure weren't openers. Murray and Jack weren't openers before, so something funky is going on there. And Welton Jones, 28 years old, 161 wickets at 24, is coming in for Test debut in India. He's got an outstanding record the last 2 seasons, but we dropped down to 4.25 star. Our team is really hurt by injuries at the moment. 4-6-6, and the team isn't right. I could have swore I didn't pick Bakch in the team, and now he's there, and I was like, oh God, what's going on? 466. 200 runs behind. We've been asked to follow on. Mohammed, 72. Moabir, 51. First time he's scored any runs in a long time. 141 to win. We only get a score because Rayford Campbell scores 150. It's what he does. 17 test match centuries, an average of 46. Everything else just very average. Lose by 7 wickets. We can't hang without our bowling attack. In fact, I'm going back to Anderson as well. Can you give us one more star-studded performance, Anderson? Jesus, we're at 481. Of all the times for the bowlers to just... Yeah, it's such a shame. 481 and 88, 120 odd runs for the last 2 wickets. They declare, were you 196 all out, 640 to win. Lose by 399. That's really average. The whole thing's really average. It's just frustrating. We've done so well. We've taken ourselves so close. But we're just not quite good enough. And our bowling attack has just got old and injured at the wrong point. Also, my selection last game was terrible with Baksh at 7 still. I still didn't want him there. Time for a quick break. And we'll be back for the 3rd test. Now we get a spinning pitch for... the final test. Baksh just isn't good enough. Just not good enough. Modesti's going to come in and hopefully just give us a little bit more back. So we've been a bit fragile, almost up to 5 stars. Final test against India. It could be a 3-0 drubbing, but we've learnt a lot. That our bowling attack, we need to change going forward. Maybe they've peaked. 3-6-1, India. Good score. Churan, he scored 121, 5th century for him in 14 games. That's, wow, they've got a talent on their hand there. But overall, we were pretty good. The thing that Anderson gives us, even though he's old, he's got to fight his chance. He's got a knockout punch. He's a wicket taker. He's a strike rate bowler. He's a slugger. Bats have gone cold. 214 all out. Murray is in woeful form this episode. Oh, man. He's in a world of hurt. Moabir is not in a good place in life. I'm sick of watching India bat this series. Terrible. Charan scores well, 124 for him this time. Really good performance, 437 to win. Man, we are up against it and we don't do it very often. Losers series, 3-0 swept against India. It's not the fact we've lost, it's how we played. Batting was dreadful, like really dreadful, and the ball was woeful, like no one. It's like we dropped down to 106. That time in second place, hold on to it tight because we're about to go through a big change of bowlers. Tyrone drops down. Tyrone had a poor series. It could be a little while before we're back up there, but a series ago I was feeling really confident, like we're strong and we're going to do something great, and we still might. Something under the radar. Sonny Moabir is probably done. 97 test matches, an average of 41. 23 this year, 19 the year before, 31 the year before that. He's 36 years old. That is going to cause a huge amount of concern for our order. And at 97 test matches, possibly our greatest player ever. Huge bounce back opportunity for us here. It's been the highs of 112 points, but the disappointment of the India series looms large. Rayford's still number 1. We've got huge gaps in our bowling lineup. It's almost like all the aging has just come at the wrong time. We are at home, so we dictate that it's going to be a seamer's wicket. Hughes is going to hold on, but don't forget that Hughes is 37 years old. So Anderson's gone, Hughes has gone. We've got huge concerns about an ageing team that we're so close to winning it all. Maybe we're just not quite able to get there. In fact, we're not 5 stars for the first time in forever. This could be very difficult. 3-2-6. It could have been better. It could have been worse. But a lot of runs, about 100 runs added for the last 3 wickets. The bowling lacked a bit of bite, but we did pick up meaningful contributions. Ali 2 for 39. You might go, oh, that's not that great. But he got Nixon and Mitchell close together, who were both in. I've just got a feeling we've already peaked. 171 all out here. There's not a lot to like about this at all. Moabir, I'm going to drop you. I'm just going to hold on to you. He goes and bags his 46th, 50, but oh dear. 279. Bruce Taylor, 32 years old, bags test match number century 16. He's averaging almost 50 now. Bowling attack wasn't good. Hughes incredibly expensive in this game, even though he's picked up wickets. He was going at sevens with the new ball. I've just got this sinking feeling this era of player has... Rayford's 31, so he's probably finishing his peak. Murray's 32 already and is in horrendous form. After those 6 centuries he scored, look at that. That is actually quite an outrageous bit of form, to be honest. Dunbar's moved up to 5. He's generally been reasonable. He averages 32. How have we been performing this well? Speedball averages 34. Jack, he's 32. A lot of the guys we're bringing in are a lot older, and we've seen better success for it, but that's aging, and our bowling lineup is... Ali's already 32 and he's not played that much, but Hughes is 37's got to go. We've aged badly. Lose by 198. Mohammed bats well for 112 off 245. Third test match century, averaging 42, but top 6 was dreadful. I'm immensely worried that we've got no number 3 now. Moabir's decline's incredible, so Dunbar's at 4. He's not a number 4. I may be overreacting. It's such a topsy-turvy situation. Murray's averaging 14, Moabir 25, Dunbar 19, Bailey 13. That's this calendar year. Last year, Bailey 27, Dunbar 28, Moabir 19, Murray 45. So Murray's 1 year off 2 amazing years. So maybe I shouldn't quite call time yet. Bailey hasn't scored a run in 2 years. Dunbar hasn't scored a run in 3 years. He's 3 years since he's had a good score. Average 19 this year. He's got to go. Quite happy with Newman Jack since he's come in. Average 35, but he's had a relatively okay season. Averages 40. I'm not enjoying making these decisions, but I think the change we're going to make is Seeley is coming in and is going to take the gloves. Now, 25 years old, averages 34, but he's averaging 37 in one-day internationals with a century. So there's something there. Jack's been pretty good. Bailey hasn't been good. I'm fully aware that Dunbar was okay before the gloves, and then I gave him the gloves for a few years. He's been crap, and then I've gone and dropped him. But Bailey hasn't done enough to retain in this team. Top score of 100, 41 test matches, average 34. It's very average in a team that's got 4 players averaging 40. So kudos to Seeley. I'm also not enamoured with our bowling attack. I've got this guy, Malcolm Paul, who I'm chomping at the bit to bring in, but I don't know where to put him. Maybe he goes in at 3. And you remember I said there was a game fault earlier where everyone was appearing as openers? It's gone away. So I think that played into some of the results. Bringing in Gordon gives us a little bit of bat at 7, maybe a little bit lighter on the batting, but it gives us an extra bowler, which I think we actually need at the moment because our bowling isn't that great. New Zealand are, as I've said before, a very good team on this game. Interesting. 417. Ajit Patrick, 5 for 46. Bowled reasonably well, actually, in this. He was quite impressive. 159 wickets at 29. We get 100 from Rayford Campbell, which will surprise no one at all because he's the best player we've got and he scores centuries. Century number 18, averaging almost 47. Kid's a beast. It's another 150. But big news, Fuller Murray is back. He goes and scores 109 off 156. Love to see a bit of this. And century number 7, they're special sort of numbers. Seeley batted pretty well for 41, and then the back end got blown out. So 417 it is on a pitch that's uneven. It's close. It's a 44-run lead. Hughes gets 6, but the bowlers felt a little expensive at times, and it really came to the back end of the innings. He did a really good job of getting through them, but I'm seeing a lot of this. Good partnerships from this New Zealand team. They are a very difficult team to break down. We've got a lead. Day 3, session 3. The draw's on the cards here, but we want to win. I can't. This episode. It's full of highs. It's full of lows. We've been rolled for 165. They need 210 to win. Lose by 4 wickets. It's an absolute disaster of an episode in some ways. Bowling attack just doesn't look like bowling anyone out anytime soon. Go to the end of the season. The Test World Championship this time around is definitely going to be a no-go. The world ratings, well, we're still in 4th. We're still on 103 points. We had an amazing result against South Africa, which catapulted up to 112, but disappointing against India and New Zealand. The ODI rankings are on the downturn. T20s are just not even worth talking about. Rayford Campbell's number 2 in the world now. He drops down slightly, but you are going to have to go a long way to find the next. Joel Mohammed in 24th. And then there's a huge drop-off with the ball. Raheem Hughes remains in 6th at 37 years old. And in the all-rounder stakes, Tyrone Alley in at number 2. So, some good, some bad from the episode. We're going to be back next time around. We're going to make a serious run at this world number 1. We've got to work out the top 6, and we've got some bowler gaps to resolve. We'll see you then.